Oh man. Hey y'all. What up though? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Um, I don't know, my bad, y'all. I'm looking at something really quick. Okay, whatever. I'm here. How y'all doing? How's everyone's week been going? Has it been warm where you all are at? It's warm here. It's been warm. I'm appreciative because it's nice. We can finally go outside, finally go out and chill, go out and have a good time. So, my week has been going pretty good. Been getting back in the gym. Um, I've been back working. Thank God. Um, I lost 14 pounds, bro. Like 14 pounds down. I feel good about it. Um, I really, really do. Um, what else has been going on this week? Nothing. Just really enjoying the weather. Um, that's it, really. That's all I can think of so far. But anywho, we're gonna get into it. So, the book "How to Win Friends and Influence People." Actually, it's a really good read. It flows really well. I think the book is written like early '90s, or I'm not even sure. I can't find the actual date because I am reading this book through Kindle, but it's not giving me thou, thee, they is, may is. It's not giving me that. And I'm thankful because um, How to Think and Grow Rich was a hard read. And it was just like that. It had a lot of old school terminology that just wasn't, I just couldn't deal with. So, this book is a really good read. I would say he will give his principle right in the chapter, and then he'll give different examples of it, and it's not too much different than How to Think and Grow Rich. However, it's the terminology, is how he's writing. Like I said, it's flowing, it's modern, and it's just straightforward, and it's easy to read. Always love good books like that. So sorry. um Anywho, yeah, it's a really good read. And I like it so far. I really do. And I've read part one and part two. Part one had like 4 chapters, I think. Let me get to it real quick. Is we on Zoom? Yes, baby, we are. Wipe my screen off on here because it's been looking crazy. All right, so yeah, part one was 4 chapters. No, 3 chapters. And part two was six chapters. But again, y'all, like it's a really good read. It's a really, really good read. And I hope you all will read along with me, um, on your own, comment, whatever the case is. It's a really good read. And again, um, I have 2 reading apps that I use. The first one is called Libby, Libby, Libby app, and all you do is just plug in your library card, and then you're able to access all of their titles if they have the books. And again, I do mine through Kindle or I read on the app. My second reading app is called Hoopla, Hoopla. Somebody recommended this on the Facebook group I was in, and you just read through the app. You can't read it through Kindle. But either way, it stores it in their app so it doesn't have to take up any of your memory on your phone. So it's pretty good. Um, so yeah, you download those 2 apps, find your books, read like a chapter a day, 2 chapters a day. It's really, like I said, it's a flowing, really good book. So Yeah, I hope y'all reading along. Hopefully, you all are crushing it out there, what you're reading. Maybe some of you all have book goals like I do. That's perfect, okay? Hmm. Let me see something real quick. Mm, Let me see something real quick. Probably why. Hold on, let me see. Okay, try again. There you go. I see you. I was about to say try again. Can you hear me? Am I even up? There
Hey,
you
yes, I
go.
can hear you.
Awesome. Let me see. Or can you not smile at it? Okay, that look good on you. Ah, that's funny. You look nice in them. You do.
I
So,
just want this little side gap going. It's like the Keisha Cole gap instead of the front. It's on the side. And it's very.
look.
I don't want people making fun of me. The little girl in me said, "Get your teeth together now that you work."
I'm not playing with you.
That's what the little girl in me said. Your parents wasn't gonna pay for that.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, there you go. How long is it gonna take?
We'll talk about that at another
Okay.
time.
Ooh.
Things going on.
Yo, you're gonna have to learn how to talk in those because I already.
Things happening.
It's all good though. It's all good.
It is adjustments, growing, and learning.
For sure. For sure. So I was just telling people the book is a really good book, really easy read. Even though I feel like it's written like a while ago, it's a little bit more modern and you can kind of breeze right through it. It's very understandable. And it's very simple, honestly, once we go like over all the principles. It's like, oh, it's like common sense things that we don't do anymore, basically. So,
Okay.
yep. So let me get to my notes. All right. Title: How to Win Friends and Influence People. Part one: Funda- Fundamental Techniques to Handling People. Chapter one: If you want honey, don't kick over the beehive. Nice. So basically, chill out on criticizing people. It can create hardness from others, and sometimes it's pointless, and it might make you feel better, but not the person you're criticizing. So, when I read this, immediately I thought about UPS. Right, I was there for 9 years. Upper management was wild. Like the way that they talked to people when production wasn't flowing, when things just stopped, we wasn't working, baby. They get real ignorant up in there, and I mean, other people, they get real crazy in there. They start talking crazy to you, especially to like our supervisors. Like, so in my experience, I had a lot of wars, a lot of verbal wars with these upper management people. Thankfully, I was able to keep my job after all this, but they never gave out compliments. They never gave out, you know what, y'all doing good.
That's very interesting because I have worked in places where they give you a compliment sandwich. They'll tell you something that you did that was positive, something that you need to improve upon, and then something else that they see you have a strength in. So like two strengths, one weakness. That's a compliment sandwich. But that's actually
it's not bad. I mean, that's
that's
cool.
acceptable. I accept that.
Because, like I said,
give me some type of positive interaction because that's not constructive criticism. Like you just said, like you'll catch them with honey, not just vinegar and sea salt chips.
Yes. Like I said, it's unique because, like I said, we didn't hear that. We got pizza because they wanted us to work. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because, oh, y'all doing a good job. No, we want y'all to work longer, do another shift, so I'm gonna get y'all something to eat. so y'all can endure. Like, no, that ain't gonna always cure. Like these one
And
topping pieces, I
pizza
don't,
is not enduring. It's making my stomach hurt.
and it's hot, and I'm straight. So that's good though. Like I say, I haven't had the experience honestly. And honestly, even when I worked like other smaller jobs, there wasn't any appreciation. It was just, hey, how you doing? You know, good morning, da, da, da. Let's get through the
Well,
day.
you know what? Speaking of appreciation, while I was at work today, I guess it's Nurse Appreciation Week.
Okay.
And earlier in the week, someone had came and tried to give me a snack, but one of the gentlemen who was my patient, I just let him have the snack because he was excited when he saw it. So I just said, you know what, you can have it, sir. He's like, thank you so much. Like, okay, enjoy it.
Right.
On everyone. And then also, yeah, today they gave out a flower, like a carnation. And I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
So
I mean, okay, so maybe the workplace culture is changing, and you know, certain.
Yes,
that's good. That's good to hear.
Post COVID, you know, pandemics make you appreciate life more.
True, they just oughta.
It is because have you noticed that there's a shift in the curve in the employment and the workforce?
Because everybody leaving.
Yes, people are trying to focus on retention. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And let me say, UPS had a high turnover rate. High turnover. People will come in, work 2 days, don't come back until Friday, pick up their check, and then they leave early. Like, it was like crazy. So, yeah. But again, it's how you treat people. That's just what it is. It's all about how you treat people. So, yes.
My boss treats me very well. I work under 2 African American women, and I definitely appreciate their approach towards.
I'm still here.
Towards handling business and also being down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for other people and they have not been so appreciative, or even though they've been a person in power, you would think because you are the same ethnic grouping that they would have more of a relatable approach, and that's not always true. Mm-hmm. So I am pleased to say that I work under 2 strong Black women who have very pleasant approach toward like, you know, modifications or, you know, working with you, and they are not so caught up in their titles that it makes you uncomfortable.
That's what's up. Hold on. My phone dying.
Uh-oh.
I know, girl. Hold up. I'm here. I'm here. But yes, like I said, I'm just glad to see a shift in the culture, like in the workplace, because yeah, you scared for a little bit. Yeah, you're a little scared. Okay. Yep. So again, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. What the heck? We need to have understanding and forgiveness when we're working with other people or just trying to get to know other people. Why this ain't working now? I don't like that. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What's happening?
The charger is acting crazy. Like, it don't charge my phone all the time. Okay. So, chapter 2, the big secret of dealing with people. So this is a quote from Charles Schwab. And Charles Schwab, that's a whole lot of syllables going on. I remember I see his name on like financial institutions, like
right.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. That's a familiar name, yes.
Yeah. So this is a quote. I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess. And the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. There is nothing else that so kills the ambitions of a person as criticism from superiors. Again, we just talked about that. He said, I never criticize anyone. I believe in giving a person incentive to work. Again, not pizza though. So I am anxious to praise, but loath to find fault. If I like anything, I am hearty in my approbation and lavish in my praise. So, It was a lot, but I thought it was a good quote. Whenever y'all get to read
That
this
is a
book.
good quote.
So
Basically,
basically,
if you're like, I guess, not a cheerleader, but his biggest asset, he was saying, is just like geeking people up, boosting people up.
For
Did I
sure.
get that in layman's terms?
Yep, in layman's terms. And I can even take it to like a Bible scripture. It says, be slow to anger, but quick to like forgive or something like that. So that's kind of what I
True.
got from it.
True.
Yep, that's kind of what I got from it. So
That makes a heck of a difference.
yes. So, but since we are entrepreneurs, for pretty much anybody who's going to watch this, since we're all entrepreneurs, do you all plan on having people under you, like hiring people for your business? And if so, what will your managing style be?
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
I do plan on opening up my entrepreneur avenues to be able to have people to work alongside with me. I don't necessarily like the way sometimes when people are in management that they speak of the person that they work with as if they work for them. So it's just kind of like I want to have a better approach. No micromanagement, because I would like for them to be somewhat of an independent contractor working along with me. However, I would be the one who would be,
calling the shots. At the end of the day, is
writing those checks. Yeah, busting those moves.
For sure.
Yes,
okay.
I do. I don't want to micromanage. I don't like micromanaging. I believe that you should be functioning and responsible enough to be able to take care of business without me having to harass you or look over your shoulder. However, if there's a deadline, healthy conversations are always great. Meetings, follow-ups, whatever is necessary.
That's good. I mean, because honestly, I kind of take me back to the other book, the 4 Hour Work Week, and he was just kind of suggesting that as well. Like, if you're going to have people under you, you're good, boo. If you're going to have people under you, again, be very clear in what their role is, what they're to do, not to do, so that they can be independent. But like you say, with those deadlines, hey, just checking in. Da da da. Hope all is well. Da 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 da.
So. Absolutely, and that's also being that's also working with the time management thing.
Yeah,
I have gotten better, but it is extremely important to keep those meetings or agreements that you have.
What's up, cuz?
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Is he laying
down? Yep. Yeah, he's sleep. He done.
Oh, he's sleep?
Yeah, he done.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I do my thing.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, he's sleep. I know that's right.
I bet they'll love
it. Be careful. You got everything?
Huh?
You got everything?
Yeah, you see the pippins pop. That's all that matters.
That's not what matters. But okay. I love you. Be careful. But no, that's awesome. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to actually hire people. Like I said, most likely it'd be like independent contractors, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Sooner than you think, because I know several people who are looking into wanting to be notaries, and that might be something.
For sure.
It's just always a way to bridge the gap.
Right, and plus, like, I'm an independent contractor, honestly, so it's like I know what I got to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. If there's any changes, I will be informed. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, chapter 3. He who does this has the whole world with him. He who cannot will walk a lonely way. That's just the title for chapter 3. So basically, when you are serving others, you have to think about what they would want, not what you would want. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand this. It might seem like it makes sense, but a lot of times we want something when we're going to somebody. Like we want something for real. Like
it, and then we make it seem like that's not what they said.
They don't like that. You weren't, you know what I'm saying? I get to that, but like that's not what they want. That's not what they want. So it says the only way on earth you can influence other people is to show them what they want and how to get it. Create in them an eager want. So you have to come with them like, yo, I know you heard about NFTs. I got I got this new course on it. Like you have to be enthused about your plan and how you can help them. And that comes with like selling your products, selling your services. Like, hey, y'all need this, I got it. And I think that's one of my downfalls. I'm not that enthused. I'm not an enthused person. Like my energy be like a little low. I can't lie, but it's something I'm trying to work on for sure. Yeah, and then it says also.
However, that doesn't mean that the energy that
I'm putting out is not enthused.
Doesn't mean that that's not receptive, though.
True.
A lot of people don't necessarily want somebody who's going to be scary in their face. They want somebody who can be more relatable, like a real person. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do have this, marketing strategy to show you. However, if you got a couple minutes, like, maybe they might like that approach instead of, hey, I don't know. I'm nervous. So I think that, I'm serious.
No,
I think different things work for different people. Me personally, I would prefer a regular person. Hey, how you doing? Such and such. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'm listening.
And again, right, money. But again, this was written in an older time. So, now it's like, everybody trying to hustle, everybody trying to do this and that. So, yeah, some of us do need to be like, hey, take it down a notch, like explain like what's going on, like, what's up. And it says also try to see things from a person's point of view and see things from their angle. But at the end, both parties are supposed to win, not just one. So again, it's like you're trying to make a sale, and of course you want to get the sale, but you have to again cater to the person or the customer's needs or their wants. All right, okay. So part 1 is done. Part 1 was just 3 chapters. We're already done. Okay. And again, in this book, when he brings up like his principles, which is like every chapter, he's going to go through different scenarios to kind of back up his claim. Basically, it's a lot of different small little clips that he's gone through, that he's heard other people go through to kind of again back up his claim in that chapter. So yeah. So part 2, 6 ways to get people to like you. And again, when I say it's gonna be like, oh, that's so simple, but again, we can get a little lost in not doing certain things after a while. So chapter 1, do this and you'll be welcomed anywhere. He says you can make more friends in 2 months by being interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get others interested in you. So that was kind of interesting. Because, I mean, for me, one...
Don't be so selfish.
Yeah. Don't be so selfish.
Listen. Engage.
Yeah. For sure.
And active listening. That's what I hear.
Yeah. And that's going to come up later. Mm-hmm. For sure. And like I said, he has a lot of different scenarios that back this up. It was just a lot, it's a lot of scenarios. I'm not going to go through all of them, but when you're meeting people, it's not always about you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody you've been wanting to meet for a long time, or, you haven't talked to them in a while. Like, what's going on with you? Like, take it off of you for a second. Yeah. And so it says, is a quote, if you want to make friends, let's put ourselves out to do things for other people. Things that require time, effort, unselfishness, and thoughtfulness. So, and that's the thing. It's the things that you can't buy with money. Time.
Right.
Like, I'm about to just go spend some time with Miss Mary up the block. Like, ain't nobody come visit her in a while. Let me go see what she's talking about. Like, let me go see what she's doing. Making the effort.
I know all about that. that having a senior, no matter how they come in your life, but I'm telling you, not creepy, being creepy with the kids or creepy with the seniors, but having people that you go check on and sit and talk to.
They need that.
It's refreshing. It's refreshing. You get the same, girl, Leroy was walking down the street. No, they don't talk about that. Did you see the news? That current event threw me away. Now, what are we going to do? I don't know. But we got to figure something out. We're in this together.
For sure. And you know what was so funny? Me and my cousin, Kelly, we were talking earlier about my grandma and how in her life, she took out time every Sunday to go to the nursing home. They did devotion. They gave outside, like they really gave out their time, their effort to say, hey, let me go and be with these people. They ain't had no visitors in a long time. They ain't been able to go to church in a long time. Let me go.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge thing.
That is a huge deal.
Yes.
Because sometimes you or that person, that's the only interaction they'll have for months sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes
they
years.
Don't have family and friends to come and check on them.
Exactly.
I used to see it happen, especially hands-on, especially more recently with Family Matters.
For sure.
Your people, yeah. Check on your people.
Check on your people. If you have, extra time in your day or your calendar, like learn how to give back. I was gonna do something on community. I'll probably do that another time, but like really get out there. Really get out there. Like, what's the passion of yours that you can volunteer your time to? Get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. All you gotta do is start. So, that was chapter 1. Thank you. Chapter 2, a simple way to make a first good impression. Smile. That chapter was about smiling. You are like, oh, you ain't gonna smile. What they say, Ty? Why you looking at me?
And do you know, I instantly, oh my goodness, my face was frowned up. I'm sorry. They like, all right, that's a little bit better. All right.
Yo,
what you want to talk about?
First off,
you wanna be chatty.
I don't like it. Honestly, okay. So honestly, I don't even smile at a lot of men because I don't like to give off the wrong impression. And not every man is like that. But the way things going on in this world, they take it for something else. Oh, well, you was flirting with me. I mean, no, I was saying, hey, how you doing, brother? Like
males and females,
Yeah, for sure. Oh, well, I thought you was interested. How did you think I was interested? I didn't even say hi.
It doesn't take much. Some people looking for a reason to feel like, oh.
To make a move. You just bored. You ain't got nothing to do. Sorry. I got something to do.
I'm trying to get me in trouble.
For sure. And we're not having that. And we ain't having it. So so smile when you feel the need to. Let me put that in there. Smile when you feel the need to. Smile. Smile when you feel the need to, when you're going somewhere. Interviews, you in business meetings, you're networking, all that good stuff. That's when you smile. Chapter 3. If you don't do this, you are headed for trouble. Remember people's names. Now look, I can remember a face all day, but a name, I give people nicknames first off. So I'm not even gonna. I do. If you think about it, all my people got nicknames.
True.
So hopefully we can be on that nickname basis. But as far as your first name, it's hard for me.
I know names.
That's good.
But you want to know why I know names? I remember doing legal reception work, being a barista.
Okay.
Being a barista, you're like, hey, John, Jimmy, Sal, Val, Paul, Rubio,
okay,
Emilio, like everybody's name. Yep. Telecommunications, same people calling. Hey, I need to know what's going on with my.
Yep. Hey, sure. How you doing, Mr. Walker? Yep, it's the same statement.
You knew my voice. Oh my goodness, how could I forget it?
Yeah, my mama be wilding. She be ready to cuss people out, and then next thing you know, girl, thank you. Cause I was wondering.
Girl, every time you get on the phone, it's just different. It's just so different. Thank you. And I hope that you would keep that same energy, because when they don't give you what you want,
okay,
with them and not me. So stop going off on me, because I'm tired of it. I feel like we're not cool no more. Right. Where our friendship go?
It's funny, yeah. It's funny to me. So it says the name sets the individual apart. It makes him or her unique among others. Now, I will say definitely when you're in business and you're trying to make connections with other businesses, other contracts, clients, it's helpful to remember names, even if you got to get their, even if you have to get their business card and like write a interesting fact on there so you can't remember that person's name. Go ahead and do that. But for me, I'm like, yes. And now
Bob with the big teeth.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For real. I mean, because it will just help. That's all.
Squeaky Sarah.
Oh, not Squeaky Sarah.
Monkey Phil say, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Wow, that's bold. They see that's
that. Truth. These are true things.
It is.
If so facto, this happens.
Chapter 4, y'all. We almost done. Parts 1 and 2 almost done. Like I said, it's a really easy read. And once you read the scenarios, obviously you'll understand it even better. You know where he's coming from. But even just me running them off, it's easy. We just have to remember to do these things and be intentional when we do them. So, chapter 4, an easy way to become a good conversationalist. Listen closely. Like I said, we talked about this earlier. If you want to be interesting, be interested. Ask questions that other persons would enjoy answering. Encourage them to talk about themselves and their accomplishments. And honestly, since chapter 1 is a recurrent thought in the book, people love to talk about themselves. Period. It was there was a scenario in here. He was talking to a lady, and they both were there, not interested in what they were doing there. And he asked her one question, and she was talking for 45 minutes. I was like, hey, help me out. And 45 minutes then blew through, and neither one of y'all want to be at that event. So, like, hey, so tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I love a ham and cheese sandwich. Like, oh my goodness, girl. Then nobody asked.
I'm not playing with you. So basically, it was about travel, and travel is a really good topic for other people to talk about. Their experiences, the food, the people, how are you treated, how was the flight. Like, you can talk about travel forever if the other person has traveled or is traveled. So that's so funny. But yeah, just get people to talk about themselves, and like again, take that off of you. Take everything off of you. Get interested in them. Chapter 5: How to interest people. Study your guests' interests. So basically, if you're about to meet with a client, kind of study them. Facebook, Instagram. See, okay, you know what? They go skiing every year with the family.
LinkedIn is a new thing.
I don't be paying LinkedIn as much attention as I used to when I first started.
I'm not on LinkedIn. I believe that's okay. One day when I have some attitudes behind my name, I'm gonna
for sure.
Bachelors.
And it's not a bad networking site. It's just I don't be on there as much as I used to when I started. I ain't gonna lie. When I first started, get my name out there, I was on LinkedIn quite a bit before. Probably before Instagram. It took me a long time to get on Instagram for my business page. So,
you know how long it took me. I'm not into the social media, but
I don't like it.
Now that I do my best to be consistent because the marketing is free. For sure. However, at times life gets to lifing. So
I know, and honestly, sometimes it's just a distraction. Like, some cool stuff on there, but like, I could be doing something else. So my time might be too distracted.
Sometimes I don't have time to post because I'm actually working.
For sure. Okay.
Like on my craft, like doing something, or I don't know. I just look sometimes. Sometimes life.
All the time life, yeah. So try to study your guest interests. Again, we have social media to kind of go through pictures, bios, Clubhouse. You can find out what rooms they in, stuff like that. But study you who you're about to meet if you haven't met them already. And last chapter, chapter 6, how to make people like you instantly. Always make the other person feel important. It is the deepest urge in human nature. But be sincere. Now, this can go a lot of different ways. Because some people will say this book and still not, and can put on the front and just not be nice about it. You know what I'm saying? But you can be sincere and make other people feel important. You really can. You really can.
You most certainly absolutely can. And all it takes is, like you said, active listening, positive reinforcements.
Mm-hmm. Smiling.
Be pleasant.
Yeah. And
smiling.
And again, really being interested in what other people have to say. We're always in a rush. We always got something to do, but just sit down and listen and actively listen. That's why I really love senior citizens. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do. Come on, come talk to me. Come holler at me. Tell me about the old days.
It opens up your mind in the way that you think.
Yeah, you get a lot of free game.
Wisdom. I was just absolutely.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love talking to older people, man. Especially back in the days, because we ain't really got a whole lot to kind of go back on. And I just love listening to older stories because everybody has a different perspective, different ideas on what happened back then. You just never know. People are impacted differently. So, yeah, man. So just be nice to one another. Let's just be nice to people. Let's get back to the old days where people actually said hi to each other in the morning.
Check on your people also, back to what we were saying, because mental health has changed post-pandemic.
Yes.
People are afraid to even interact with other people, and it's bad for businesses too, because yes, Zoom meetings are nice, but you do get an energy and a certain feeling when you are around a person.
Yes, for sure.
But I prefer to do certain business meetings and transactions face to face.
Me too. I like
nothing like the real thing.
Nothing, baby. Not a thing. Nothing. I love it, and I think too a lot of people be weird because I be looking at people in their face oh, like you're talking I want to. You just got to. But people wired a little differently.
Eye contact, smiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I really do be interested in what people got to say. I'm like, for real, tell me more. But hold up, let me get to this. So, like I said, we did part 1 and part 2. It is 6 parts to this. We got 2 more weeks out of the month. We're gonna try to get it done because again, this is an easy read. Next week we're gonna go through part 3 because it has 12 chapters. We're just gonna do part 3. And then last week we'll do 4 through 6. That's long too, but it is what it is. Like I say, yeah, we're just gonna push through it. Like I said, it's a good book to read. Shit, your kids can read it if you wanted them to. I guess that easy of a read.
Literature like that. I enjoy literature that could be, hey, can you read this to me? Because they're still digesting that information also. Mm-hmm. That's how I do with my devotionals. Hey, can you read this with me?
Yep.
Or can you read that for me? And sometimes they're like, oh my goodness. But when they start to reading it, they're like, yes. Mm-hmm. And God help my attitude.
In Jesus' name.
God help my attitude is a wonderful prayer to start. I just needed to put that out there.
Always. In Jesus' name, because we're going to touch and agree.
Amen.
Amen. Should we all?
For real. Every day, Lord.
Okay. It's needed. So, all right, y'all. This kind of flew by quick today.
It did.
It flew by really quick. My baby, he fell asleep. He ain't really feeling that good today. He was slightly feverish, but we're going to get through. He still got energy, so thank God for that. And we're gonna keep it moving. Pray for my baby, my dog, my fur baby over there. I took her for a walk. I took her for a walk today. She was feeling the sun. She was feeling it, doing her thing. So, but we'll see what happens in this month.
Okay.
See what happens. Yep. See what happens because she peed in the house again, man. Again. So.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, party people, y'all don't even know about that. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. See y'all next time. Subscribe, all that stuff in the comments. Mwah. Love you, Ty.
Happy Love you too.
All right, baby. Good night.